Hello students, here Imali Shah. Today we are going to learn about SRTN scheduling algorithm. So SRTN means what? Shortest remaining time next. We can also say that SRTF, that is called as a shortest remaining time first. So non-preemptive scheduling algorithm, that is called as SJF, and preemptive, that is called as SRTN. So now we have to consider this example. So how to perform the SRTN? Like there is a process. So P0, P1, P2, P3 process are given and arrival time respectively 0, 1, 3 and 5. So our burst time, that will be 10, 6, 2 and 4. Thus all the units are measured in a millisecond, mind well. Okay. So what we have to do in particular SRTN, so we have to consider the remaining time, shortest remaining time that will be execute first. So how to perform that? So first we have to consider the arrival time, minimum arrival time. So which is the minimum arrival time? That will be 0. So process P0 arrives on the 0 arrival time. So for the finish time we have to draw the Gantt chart, and accordingly Gantt chart we can get the finish time. Okay. So first on the P0 arrival time, that is 0. Now in SJF what we have done, first P0 0, that will be time 10. So we can continue up to the 10, right? And then up to 0 to 10, this all process are came, means all process are in ready state. So as per the minimum burst time we have to follow the next process and next process, right? I have already done this in the SJF, but in the SRTN what we have to do, first 0 arrival time. So 0 arrival time P0 arrives, yes. Next 1, at the 1 point P1 arrives. So remaining time of P0, that will be 10 minus 1, 9. Why 1? Because the 1 up to 1 unit P0 has a performed. Okay. So 0 to 1, that will be P0, and 1, 10 minus 1, that will be 9. Now next on the 1 arrival time P1 comes. So P1 will be execute its operation. So now the P1 up to 6, but arrival time 2 no. Then 3, yes. Arrival time 3, P2 comes. So we have to continue for the P2. So 1, 2, 3, that is the gap of the 2. So 6 minus 2, that will be 4. Right? So remaining time of P0, that will be 9, and remaining time of P1, that will be 4. Now next arrival time 3, which process came? P2. So P2 continue up to the 5. P2 continue up to the 5. Right? Means P2 arrives at the 3 and up to 2 burst time. So 3 plus 2, that will be 5. For example, here in place of 4 that we have to given, then we have to consider up to 4 only. Understood? So here we have to given the 5. That's why we are continue our execution up to 5 unit. Got it? So we have write down here 5. So 2 minus 2, that will be 0. 0, that means what? P2 terminated. P2 has finished all the work, that will be, we can say that is terminated. Next remaining process are P0, P1 and P3. So in SRTM we have to consider the remaining time 9, 4 and execution time of the P3, that will be also 4. So what we have to do, that we have to consider the remaining time first. Although both are same, but we have to continue with the remaining time, minimum remaining time, that will be P1. So we are continue up to the P1, then see up to 5 all the process are in the ready queue, ready state we can say. So now we have to perform like a SJF. So we have to finish the P1 up to 4, that will be 9, right? So P1 terminated. Then next P3 and P0 both are remaining. So now again we have to check it out, the remaining time, that will be 9, and next P3, that will be 4. So which is the minimum remaining time, that is the 4. So we have to continue with the P3 up to 4. So 9 plus 4, 10, 11, 12 and 13. So now next, which is the remaining, this is also terminated, because 4 minus 4, that will be 0. So which is the terminator, P3, but which is the remaining, that is the P0. So now P0 up to 9. So we can continue up to 9, that will be 22. So this is about the Gantt chart, and mind well the finish time of particular process. See, write down here the P0, P1, P2 and P3. Arrival time, that will be 0, 1, 3 and 5, and the burst time, that will be 10, 6, 2 and 4. Now we have to find out the finish time, right? So what we have to consider in the finish time. So for example P0, see P0 starting from the 0, right, but up to the next process up to the P0 finished at 22. Last finish time, last, that is we can say that the completion time, finish, terminated time, we can say when the process terminated, fully terminated, that is called as a finish time. So P0, that will be 22. So here write down the 22. Next P1. So P1 starts from the 1 and terminated at the point of 9. So here we have to write down the 9. Then next for the P2. P2 finished at a 5. So that is called as a 5. Now the P3, that is terminated at the point of 30. So finish time, that will be 30. This is all about the finish time. Now turnaround time. So turnaround time, as we know, turnaround time equal to finish time minus arrival time. So 22 minus 0, that will be 22. 9 minus 1, that will be 8. 5 minus 3, that will be 2. 13 minus 5, that will be 8. Right? So this is about the turnaround time. Now what about the waiting time? Waiting time equal to turnaround time minus burst time. So waiting time equal to turnaround time minus burst time. So 22 minus 10, 12. 8 minus 6, 2. 2 minus 2, that will be 0. 8 minus 4, that will be 4. Now we have to find out the average turnaround time and average waiting time. Average turnaround time and average waiting time. So average turnaround time equal to 22 plus 8, 30, 30 plus 2, 32 plus 8, that will be 40. So summation of the all the turnaround time 40 divided by the all process, summation of all process P0, P1, P2, P3. So this is about the 4. So 40 divided by 4, that will be 10 millisecond. Now average waiting time, same here, the summation of the all the values 22 plus 2 14, 14 plus 4, that will be 18, right? So 18, how many process? Again 4 processes are there. So 18 divided by 4, that will be 4.5 millisecond. So this is about the average turnaround time and average waiting time. Now exactly we have find out the average waiting time, that will be less, and this is the advantage of SRTN. So advantage of SRTN, first, less waiting time and it's good for the short processes, right? So good response for the shortest process, or we can say short processes, right? And disadvantage, again the disadvantage of SRTN might be starvation for long process. So this is about the SRTN, shortest remaining time next, or we can say shortest remaining time first. Okay, hope you understand this example. Thank you.